Hello, all you beautiful souls. Jules here, and happy New Year's Eve. I hope you all are having a blessed last night of 2024. I got to talk to my brother finally and tell him that I love him and just reminisce about this past year and talk about how wild and crazy of a ride it's been. And his children, my niece and nephews, just growing. It's so fun to watch. So I wanted to pop on and spread some cheer and joy, and we're gonna go over our shadow work and how to begin it from our Earth Magic. And don't forget, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm currently working on the piece downstairs. It is a replica of two other pieces that I've already done before, and I really enjoy doing these. I'm currently working on a custom Egyptian pendant, so this kind of came easily flowing through the artistic imagination as I was doing it. So I popped out another piece for you guys to do as a giveaway. So stay tuned. At the end, I'll post a little clip of it. It's drying. It still is not finished, so you'll get to see the whole thing when it's ready. So to begin with shadow work, the first thing you're going to want to do is be able to observe your feelings and your reactions. A good place to start your shadow work journey is to look at the things that trigger you emotionally. They can guide you to areas of your subconscious where healing is needed. The idea is to observe how you feel and react to everyday situations, but to do it without judgment. Being as far removed in an emotional sense as possible. If you try to observe your response to triggers when you are immersed deeply in your emotions, the emotions will take over and you will not be able to objectively examine why you react in the way that you do. It is a process of self-awareness, and it can be hard, but I encourage you to keep going. It's difficult to try to be objective when it comes to our emotions, but it is an ability you can develop if you commit your time and patience to it. And you'll also want to practice emotional inquiry. Emotional inquiry is a practice that goes hand in hand with observing your feelings. When it comes to analyzing your emotions and behavior after a period of stress, take a step back so that you can emotionally detach yourself enough to ask constructive questions that are not emotionally influenced. Constructive questions could be, why do I feel the way I do? Why does it trigger me? Is there something in my past that causes me to feel like this now? These questions try to get to the heart of your shadow self. Asking yourself direct questions like this will give you more information and a better understanding of the situation, but only if you answer honestly. You have to be truthful with yourself. It's only through your truth and emotion that you can connect to get to know what lies in your shadow. So these are 3 things to start with. Don't overload yourself. Regardless of the method you choose, pick one thing to focus on at a time. Observe your reactions to different issues and situations and look for behavioral patterns. And practice emotional inquiry. Ask yourself why you're feeling as you do when you're triggered. Question why you react the way you do. So one thing that can be triggering is bullying. Now, I wasn't really bullied as a child, but watching others get bullied really hurts my heart and soul, and it kind of gets me in an angry space. I kind of see red. I get the anger projected from that person who's causing it to others, and it comes into me as well, and it makes me feel really yucky, and I also feel really upset for the other person that's getting bullied. So anytime I see that type of situation, and it's mostly a lot of times in schools and the workplace, I will try to intervene and diffuse the situation if I can, or get help if need be. Bullying is very, very harmful, especially if you've been bullied as a child. You know very well how it can influence the way you feel about your self-esteem, your courage. You have fear. It's a social interaction. There's a bug. Sorry. There's a bug. Sorry, I don't think I got him, but anyways, projection. Projection is the next phase of emotional inquiry because it involves asking yourself probing questions that can uncover emotions hiding beneath the surface. This is a process of examining whether or not we project our deepest emotions into others. It confronts those things that may have been repressed. When something stressful or triggering happens, allow yourself to step back and ask, am I projecting anything onto the situation? If so, why? So, me projecting anger onto the situation that was happening of someone being bullied is most likely because I am an empath feeling the emotions of that bully. So that is one reason that I feel triggered by it. You may feel triggered because you were bullied as a child, or you had someone bully you in your workplace or in your, everyday life situations. Often you may be placing your unconscious issues into a current situation, which then becomes triggering. So to stop and ask yourself this question brings reality into the situation, but it also brings what is unconscious into the light. What you are projecting shines a light on areas that need further examination and understanding. So if you're having an argument, or you're coming home from work and all of a sudden you get into a tiff with your significant other, and there's really no reason why, you're just projecting your anger you might have brought home with you from work or wherever you were at, and now you're bringing out all this hatred and anger and redness and fear, and you're projecting it on to someone you love because you don't know how to process it. And this can be a very effective technique for the projection inquiries. To ask yourself, why am I projecting? Am I projecting the emotions of others? And this shadow work technique isn't easy and will take practice, but bear with it because it is a powerful tool to understand and to use it. And see the people around you as mirrors reflecting back the parts of your unconscious self that needs healing. You can practice being present. We did the breath work of the 444 yesterday. So take the time to stop, realign, and balance your energy centers. That is going to be key to begin with your meditation practices as well. And this is one of the most important elements of shadow work. We all process the ability to be mindful, although it takes practice to be able to make the very most of it. Mindfulness is not necessarily meant to be relaxing. When you allow yourself to live in the moment and be present every day, you can start to connect with parts of yourself that have remained hidden. Your shadow healing can begin when you confront how to feel in the here and now. So we'll continue tomorrow. Happy New Year's to all of you. Much love and light, and stay tuned for the giveaway. Jules.